Sup guys, it's DG Tyzzer here, episode 4 of my Riven guide. Episode 4 will contain laning phase. This whole episode is dedicated to the laning phase. So let's go. Laning phase. Alright, so obviously, you start the game. The items you're going to buy. There's two situations that you can go here. Two options, should I say, that you can go to. One is a longsword and 3 pots, which will leave you with 10 gold. What I do is I wait 25 gold after minions have spawned, which is 130. I wait 25 gold, I get a 4th health pot. This gives me an extra 150 effective health in lane, because I can sustain 150 health up through that potion. So it's very, very good in lane, especially if you're trading constantly. The second option is a Duran's Blade and 1 pot, 1 health pot. This, you just go straight to lane from here. And it's Duran's Blade versus Longsword. The Longsword gives you more damage, gives you more effective health over time, and you can do heavier trades and trade more often, where Duran's Blade gives you stats over sort of sustain. You do have the sustain with the Duran's Blade with the lifesteal, and you do have the health that comes with it as well, but I normally go Longsword over the Duran's Blade. So my sort of 90% start is Longsword, 3 pots, wait 25 gold, have a 4th pot, then go straight to lane. So, with that done, go to laning phase. So, when CSing, use Q to animation cancel your auto attacks animation, if you're going to miss CS, or if you want to push the wave. This here, I will show you videos after I've gone through most of these, is practically, if you're going to miss an auto attack, say a minion, so you go to auto, and you obviously have to wait for your next auto to come through. If you Q after your auto attack, it will obviously pull that through, cancel the animation of the auto attack, so you'll get a little bit of extra damage. So that can help you if you're going to miss some CS. So if a minion's at 100 health, you auto, you do say 90, you're like, oh crap, I'm going to miss that minion. You quickly Q, you'll get that minion, so it will help you with CSing. It will help you also pushing the wave, obviously, because your Q is an AoE, so it does help you push the wave a lot faster if you're looking to do that. You use E if enemy wants to throw any harass at you. Say for example Pantheon lane, he will constantly be throwing his spears at you, so you want to have that E to block all of those spears that he can throw at you. Just minimize the damage that you're taking. If you achieve a near perfect CS at 7 minutes, best thing is to back and buy a brutalizer. That will allow you to, at level 6, burst the enemy down completely. As long as it's not a tanky opponent, you'll be able to kill them relatively easy at level 6. Say, if I was to say an example, at level 6 you could burst say a Pantheon. Pantheon is a very, very hard lane to do for Riven, but if you're able to achieve as much CS as possible, it's really hard to get near perfect CS at 7 minutes against a Pantheon. But if you do manage to do that, that's really great, and you can burst Pantheon at 6. I'm just trying to think of another champion that you can burst at 6. Gnar in his mini form. Mega Gnar form not as much, but mini Gnar you can definitely burst him at 6. There's quite a lot of champions you can burst at level 6 that they won't expect. So just look out for those squishy targets and you'll be able to take them out. This tip here, attempt to hit level 2, 3 and 6 first. And this will give you really high and a really high advantage, and you'll be able to all in your opponent a lot easier. So if you can get level 2 first, you can either level E and Q, so if you've leveled Q first, you can level E second, and it'll allow you to trade with soaking up damage, or you can go W for a more aggressive trade, where you can go all in, stun them, even try to kill them at level 2 if they're still level 1. Level 3, again, you've got all your 3 abilities, Q, W, and E, that'll allow you to hard trade your opponent. Level 6, pretty simple. Level 6 is when you get your ultimate. And Riven's ultimate gives her a lot of burst and a lot of damage due to the passive on the ult once you activate it. So, if you hit those 3 levels first, 2, 3, and 6, you can go in. As long as the opponent isn't ahead of you, you'll be able to go in, get some hard trades off, and potentially get a kill out of it. But just make sure you play safe though. Yeah, just before hitting level 6, I did show you this in my first episode. You can look at low health minions and you walk into the brush, say the closest brush to you. If you're, say, close to level 6, say, like, I don't know, 3 minions off a level 6, and you see 3 minions at low health, you either want to choose to get those CS and show your opponent you're hitting level 6, or miss those CS, your opponent doesn't know you've hit level 6, and you can get a surprise attack on your opponent and they won't be expecting it, which normally results in a free kill. So, laning phase part 2. Again, as I say, once I've gone over these parts, I'll show you some clips. I'll go over a Renekton versus Riven laning phase, which is what I've prepared for you guys. It's from my stream. I'll have a video overlay of it, but what I'll do is where the camera would normally be, I'll overwrite that so it's got me talking instead of my stream self. So right, so you can try to get your lane opponent's wave to push towards you right before you hit 6. This will allow you to obviously force the wave towards your tower. So because it's pushing towards your tower and they can't stop it, you're about to hit level 6. So even though it's pushing towards your tower, you're going to hit level 6, and that means that they're further away from their tower. And because top lane is a very long lane, you can force a kill on them. Especially if you have flash and ignite, you can definitely force a kill on the opponent who's closer to your tower. What you can do is, as you can see on screen, is you can get your jungler to gank, and it will help you ensure that kill if you're not quite comfortable in getting that. Make sure you keep track of your opponent's abilities and summoner spells, because if they use a flash, that's 5-minute cooldown. That's 5 minutes where you could potentially hit level 6, or you might have your ult up, you might have your ignite and flash, where the opponent may have ignite but doesn't have flash. That means you have the potential to outplay them, chase them, harass them, use your flash to get away, or chase them if they try to run away. If any big CC cooldown that they use, example Renekton's stun, that's roughly about a 10-second cooldown. If he's, that's again one of the clips I showed you in episode 1. I think he was level 8, and he used his stun. I went and got a kill just because that stun was down. So make sure you keep your mind set and remember those cooldowns, say flash, a stun, just something that could stop you from killing them if you do get to that point. Alright, so now I've gone over those bits, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a laning phase. Again, Riven versus Renekton. I'll show you that, and I'll explain what's happening, what I do, and my thought process along the along the video. So here's that. Alright guys, so this is just a bit from my Twitch stream. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to aim to lane versus Renekton. As you can see, what I'm doing is I'm using my Q to push up the wave quickly, so I can hit level 2 very quickly versus Renekton. So you see, what I'm doing is I'm trying to zone Renekton off of the minions, while I'm trying to get as many minions as possible. And as soon as Renekton goes in for any harass, or goes in to try and get any minions, I try to go on him, because I'm going to hit level 2 first, because I've killed more minions than he has. So what I'm going to keep on doing is I'm going to keep shoving the wave, going to use my Qs. As you saw, I used a couple of my Qs during that last part of the clip to get any minions that I was going to miss. So I ward up in the river, obviously, to wash up for any ganks. About 3 minutes, sort of between 3 minutes and 3:30 is when you want to place your ward. If not, it could be 4 minutes onwards. But as you can see here, once I hit level 3, I'm going to go straight in on Renekton, and I'm going to see if I can kill him. Just try to see if I can get him, get some harass off. My shield blocks the tower shot. Use my Q to get the minions there. As you can see, the Renekton is using his stun on the minions. I'm not sure why he's using his stun on the minions. Yep, so Rengar's there. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to attempt to get the Rengar, because I know the Renekton is pretty scared of me. As you can see how he's playing. I'm going to see if I can kill the Rengar. But unfortunately Rengar uses his flash, and Renekton comes in. Renekton could have killed me here. Renekton could have kept on going and could have possibly killed me, but he decided to back off. So that's all good for me. I've used my Ignite. Just gonna get some more harass on the Renekton. He dashes in straight on me. I'm gonna have to flash here, I believe, or I think he flashes autos. Okay, never mind. I didn't have to blow my flash. As I said, I'm rewatching this video. I'm just basically explaining what's going as it's gonna happen. So he flashed, thought he could kill me, but my shield, I got my shield back in time. I'm gonna back by Duran's blade and health pots. I'm gonna get a ward as well, pink ward for Rengar. I don't have TP in this. TP, as I said, is when you want to be more team-based. This is solo queue, so I've gone for Ignite to try and get the kill and snowball my lane, which, as this video does progress, you'll see that I end up going quite far in my snowball. So just get back in lane here. Just gonna CS under tower. Missed that because I went around the minions. I should have possibly W'd and probably got the minions or Q'd the minions there, but I tried to go round and I missed it because of the tower timing. Here I'm just gonna use my abilities and my empowered auto attack through passive to just pick up as many minions as possible. Just rack up my CS, get all that gold in, because everyone needs the money. Money is what we need. So we don't see Renekton in the lane here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly shove. Renekton shows himself. I've got a huge wave and I'm a level above him. So what I can use this to my advantage to fight against him. I know I'm going to hit 6 first because I hit level 5 before him, and I've probably got about I'd say after he's finished that wave, I'll have slightly more CS, experience over him. Maybe by 2 minions, I believe. That's just a follower who followed me during during my stream. It's Shock. That's a shout out to Shock. Alright, Renekton goes in for some harass. I miss a couple of minions due to him harassing me there. I take an unnecessary tower shot, but I shield, so I don't take that harass. What I'm gonna do is I think I just look mid here. Fizz gets ganked and uses his ability suboptimally, but that doesn't matter. We're not focusing on Fizz here. We're focusing on top lane. So get some harass down on Renekton. Because I walked out a lane and Renekton shoved the lane, he's gonna hit 6 first. I now hit 6. He's gonna chase me off. My abilities are almost up. So because I know that he doesn't have flash, I can go straight on him. Remember when I said about timing or remembering the cooldown of your opponent's abilities? 3 minutes ago, Renekton flashed on me. That means that he's not going to have that ability up for another 2 minutes at that point. So that was a free kill for me. The only way he would have gotten out of that is if he would have had his E, but he'd already used his E to dash towards me. And I'm not sure why he didn't use his ult there, but it's a free kill for me. So I come back, buy my brutalizer, because I do already have a longsword. It cost me 977 to upgrade that. So I'm going to go back, buy my brutalizer, and get back to lane. Obviously use my abilities to get back to lane. As you can see down the bottom, my abilities are going off. Don't need to look at my champion while I'm doing that. But you don't want to spam Q, you just want to use Q just in succession. So I'm going to pick up these minions. Obviously you want that money, you want that cash. I'm not actually sure how I missed that that second minion there, but I missed it. That's my bad. You don't want to be too preemptive on trying to get all the minions. You want to make sure that you can get the minions safely and make sure you don't miss any, like I have done this game. I've probably missed probably 5, maybe 6 where I shouldn't have missed them. I would say probably a bit more, but I can't exactly count how many minions I've missed. Alright, so I'm going to go for my Ionian boots after my brutalizer, cap out my CDR. It's Dragon Hunt, so another shout out, thank you very much. I'm going to get Renekton here, because I know I can kill him. He still shouldn't have flash. He uses his dash and his stun here. so I know I can kill him. He uses his ult. I make sure I weave my auto attacks in between every single one of my abilities there, and that enabled me to get another kill snowballing my lane. So still, remembering that Renekton's flash is down, he dives in on me, I can use my abilities to go back on him, especially the fact that his stun was down, because he'd used his stun on a minion. That was an easy kill for me to go in and get. So literally from here, I've used my knowledge to outwit and outplay the Renekton, knowing when his abilities are down, summoner cooldowns and things. I think this is where I die. I'm telling the Vi here to stand where Gromp is, because I want to kill Renekton as soon as he comes back in lane. Telling Vi to stand there so she can Q over the wall. She kind of messes up. She's not. Look, I'm telling her to Q over. She misses her Q, and we don't kill Renekton here because I believe Lissandra comes up. Actually, I think we do kill him, but we die. No, we don't. Okay, so she died because she messed up. I was telling her to go there so we can get Renekton. She didn't really want to do it. I don't think she was probably comfortable. It's a thing that I shouldn't have relied on Vi to do that, but I knew that we could have killed him very easily. Him coming back into lane unsuspecting, well, that basically, because as you saw, he just walked straight back up. We could have killed him, but it doesn't matter. She messed up. Everyone makes mistakes. So this is 10 minutes into the game right now. I'm a huge CS lead ahead of Renekton. 2 kills up on Renekton. I'm just gonna buy slight more damage and boots so I can kill him again in lane. And literally that's how this is gonna go. This is gonna go me into lane, kill Renekton, push, and then probably roam. And that's what you want to do. That is literally laning phase for Riven. You want to push your advantages, try to keep a level advantage, try to keep ahead of your opponent. The only opponent, obviously, that you will have trouble against are hard counters. Renekton is one of them. I just know how to play against Renekton well enough. You have to pressure him really early so he can't get you and kill you. Another one is Pantheon. He will spear you every like 5 seconds. I believe his cooldown's 4 seconds, so he'll just spear the hell out of you, and you have to just you sacrifice minions to harass him, and you sacrifice minions to shield up and get CS. You have to start with shield against Pantheon, and you have to play very, very safe. Another hard counter is Lissandra, because she can CC you and you can't really get close to her. You just have to sort of play safe and farm. You might have to buy a Hex Drinker first against Lissandra, but those are just a couple of hard counters that are versus Riven. Just Renekton hasn't played his match very well here. He hasn't been using his stun optimally, but then again, this is the new season, so this is plat elo. So obviously I am going to be better than my opponents, right? So yep, that's the first, say, 10 minutes of laning phase. Just winning your lane, snowballing it, and then, well, from here Renekton can't really kill me. The only way Renekton can kill me is if Rengar came top, or even Lissandra came top when they 2v1'd me. So that's that. That's episode 4, laning phases. Thanks for watching episode 4 of my Riven guide. Again, I do stream on Twitch, which is at www.twitch.tv/Lord Tyzzer. Be nice to see you guys there. Just leave a follow, and I can teach you guys some Riven, just live instead of an actual video. You can ask me questions, I'll answer them. It's a nice interactive stream. Just ask anyone there who's already watching. So, as always, see you on the Rift.